So we are determining quadratic rules, and we'll be doing that for this graph right here. So can we write a rule which describes this quadratic? So our first step when doing this, is determining which form we're going to use. And as you can see here, we have three options. If we're given two x-intercepts, we use this form. If we're given a turning point, we use this form. And if we have three arbitrary points, we use this form. So now let's look here and see what we've been given. So as you can see here, I've been given two x-intercepts. So that means I'm going to be using this option right here. So step number one, let me write that out. It is y equals a x minus b x minus c. So that's step number one. Step number two. Step number two will be, let me do this in red, sub in x-intercepts. So I know that b and c here represent my x-intercepts. So I'm going to go y equals a x, x. Perfect. So in my b spot, I'm going to put in -2, which is going to give me +2. And in my c spot, I'm going to put 1, which will give me -1. So it's very important that you don't get messed up, you don't get confused by the negatives there. Perfect. So I've subbed in my x-intercepts. Now we have to move to our third step. Our third step will be finding what this a value is right here. And we're going to do that by subbing in point. And we're going to sub this point in right here. 0, -2. So now I will sub that point in and I'll be able to solve for a. So in my y spot, I'll put -2, a. In my x spot, I'll put 0, +2, close bracket, open bracket. In my x spot, I'm putting 0, -1, close bracket. Then I'm simply going to rearrange and solve for a. So I'm going to get -2 equals 2 times -1 is -2a, which means I'm going to get 1 equals a. So now my fourth step will simply be writing out my final rule, which will be y equals, well, a is 1, so I don't have to write that there, x plus 2, x minus 1. And that will be my final answer. Y equals x plus 2, x minus 1. Hopefully this video was helpful in finding or determining quadratic rules.